had a few friends in the industry, you know, a few women I dated in the industry.
You want to share?
I mean, I don't know.
Nah, I mean,
what you know, I don't know.
I see you see Twitter talk sometimes. People assume that you dealt with Keke Palmer.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
But you know, anytime you're
Keke was always my... Yo, it's even weird seeing Keke now because I remember like the day I met Keke and she was like this young... Even though we're only like 3 years apart, I believe. Like, just meeting Keke and being like, this is like... She's such a young girl. Like, Keke was such a young little quirky woman when she was a kid. Like, she was also always ahead of the game, but like, Keke was just like those annoying little sisters. You know what I mean? So even as we grow older, like, she's just like my sister. You know what I mean? I would never even look at her in that way. Yeah.
Okay. There were rumors you dated SZA. TDE artist SZA.
Yeah. Me and SZA was we dated for a little bit. She's just dope chick. You know what I mean? Dope chick. Probably one of the only, I would say, like situations that like I look back on it and be like, damn, I could have been a little different. But you know, SZA, she lived Solana. I can't. It bothers me to say SZA. Solana, she lived in Jersey at the time, and I lived in Brooklyn, and it was just so far. You know, like we just couldn't never really like get with each other as much as we wanted to. But yeah, me and SZA dated for a little bit.
How'd you meet?
I don't even remember. I don't know. I feel like me and SZA met through social media, maybe.
Early days?
Early days. So I'm like, not MySpace, but I wouldn't put it past MySpace. Yeah, because we dated when I was like, we talked up until my 20s. So
okay.
Yeah, so it was, we talked for a little minute. I wouldn't say it was anything crazy, but like, I think, you know, the distance kind of, you know, messed up what we had. But like, yeah, I don't remember how I met her.
So it wasn't anything like you got caught cheating?
Nah, that's what I was saying. That's probably honestly
pulling up.
Nah, that's honestly one of the only situations where they're in like on some crazy, like, you know, dramatic shit. Like, me and SZA just, you know, still cool to this day. You know, she hollers at me here and there. I holler at her, you know. It's crazy how, like, I didn't know she was a celebrity until, like, years and years. Like, last time I seen SZA, she had came to my crib. I had just got my first crib, if I'm not mistaken. She came through, and I remember she was like, I had just got a MacBook, and it had GarageBand on it. And on the GarageBand, you could, like, record yourself over a record.
Fact.
And I never forget, she was like, yo, I be singing. Like, I like singing and shit. And I'm like, where? I'm like, let me see. So on my computer, I have an audio of SZA singing Frank Ocean's Thinking About You. Like, singing it.
You still have it?
Probably somewhere.
We need to hear that.
We got to hear that. So, like, I didn't even know. And then years later, I had thought about her. And I was like, let me holler at Solana and see what she up to. And I text her, and we talking, blah, blah, blah. And then we exchanged social medias. And she's like, hers is SZA. And I'm like, what that? Okay. And I look it up and she verified. She got 1 million followers. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, what do you do, my nigga? Like, why do you have 1 million followers? Because I remember this girl as just being a girl from Jersey. Thanks. And she's like, yo, I'll be singing now for real. And I'm like, Sean and Kendrick. And then a week later, I hear this record with her and Travis Scott, and I'm like, because I didn't listen to the underground R&B at that time, so like I didn't know she was popping, but I'm so like proud of her and everything she's doing, and you know, I can't wait for her next album.
Yeah, that's dope. That's fire.
Yeah.
So you prefer dating industry chicks or like civilians?
Civilians is not funny. Yeah, I'd rather, you know, women that's not in the industry, just simply because industry women are dope, but they're just, it's the time, man. Like, especially if you're dating one that's successful, that's really like getting to it, they ain't never really gonna have time for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunate, but like, you gotta really have tough skin to date someone in the industry. I'm very clear on that. And you know, between schedule conflicts, between just like all the other shit that comes with fame, like, it's a lot. I'd much rather a person that's just
the 1 million dudes in her inbox.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if you're beautiful, you're gonna have 1 million dudes in your inbox.
That's true.
Even if you ain't that good on the eyes, you're gonna have 1 million dudes on your inbox. But like, it's just the other stuff that come with it. You know, the insecurities that probably comes with fame, the the dire need to be like to hustle and to be successful. That's also can sometimes be a detriment in a relationship because you're trying so hard in this area that you start to slack in other areas. And it's just a bunch of different situations that like to me just doesn't work for what I want in a relationship. You know what I mean?
All right, when you date I will call civilian,
Yeah.
they don't understand the process that goes with it. The unorthodox hours, the 3 a.m. phone calls that are actually business. Julito, we got to come to Maryland tomorrow 10 a.m. They think everything is something.
Yeah.
You're going to be around beautiful women. You're going to be around basically everything that they think that you want.
Right.
So
right. It's you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta trust that you choose wisely. Trust that you know the person you're dealing with, and hope that y'all can communicate well enough to understand each other, to understand what's going on. I mean, I've had many instances where like this industry fucked up a relationship I had, but that just meant it wasn't for me. For real. You know what I mean? Like, but it's tough, man. Like I said, you can't. Sometimes you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Yeah.
Shout outs to the good people down at Independent Dope. Like,